When will I start to lose weight on this high carb, low fat, whole food, plant-based vegan diet? How long it will take me to lean down? I will help you with some numbers, but first, I am Janina Vlad, founder of leanoncarbs.com. My mission with this channel and with my business is to help you break free of this diet culture, of this eating disorder you are having right now. I was having in my past, because when you are after calorie deficit, that's an eating disorder. Why? Because calories are our friends. We need calories to maintain life in our bodies. All the animals in the world are eating to reach satiety, so they are not in deficit, and they maintain their stable and they healthy body weight. They never get obese, so they don't have a surplus of calories by eating to reach satiety. So they don't have our issues and problems with managing the body weight. I'm here for this because you have to know some things. You cannot, of course, you know that. You cannot eat to reach satiety from these highly processed foods that are very high in fat and very low in fiber and water, and to not have surplus. Of course, you will get fat and fast. You'll be obese in no time if you eat to reach satiety from these foods. That's why I'm promoting a high carb, low fat, high fiber, plant-based whole foods, whole meal, not processed carbs, not processed flour, and not table sugar, for God's sake. Vegan diet. That's why I'm promoting this, because this is the diet that was proven that you can eat to reach satiety. So to have this enjoyment of food, and this pleasure after eating, that you are satisfied, that dietary pleasure, you can reach satiety without going in surplus, without having an excess of calories, because you have fiber and water that together dilute the overall calories of a meal. So is the diet I'm promoting is a diet that helped me lose over 45 pounds. And yeah, that happened 3 years ago. For the past 3 years, I managed to keep that weight off. So I didn't bounce back as I did in my past, when I was where you are right now, trapped in the diet mindset with cutting calories down and moving more and eating less and portion control. So I'm here for this. To give you this joy of living, to live without cravings, because cravings are just a symptom of a deficient in calories, in minerals, but most importantly, deficient in our ideal source of fuel, which is sugar. Sugar, yes. When you don't eat your fruits, you don't eat bananas and other sugary fruits, when you don't eat starches, when you don't eat potatoes, sweet potatoes, yuca, yame, and whole grains and whole legumes, and you are focused on vegetables and very low in sugar fruits, of course you are deficient in sugars. You know what I mean? You are deficient in the primary source of fuel for our bodies, and that's why you crave when you don't have enough calories. So you are under eating, under carb, because you don't put enough carbs, and like I said, without good nutrition, you will have a deficiency of minerals that will give you cravings. So a life without cravings is possible, guys. It's possible. I live without cravings, and I used to crave a lot, and I used to go back to eating animal products from 2011 to 2014. My first 3 years of veganism, I wasn't vegan but plant-based, and because I was maintaining this calorie deficit, I was after pursuing the deficit, pursuing the numbers. I was calorie in, calorie out. Of course, I was craving more dense foods. I was craving a lot of sugary, processed, highly processed foods. You know, the cakes and the donuts and ice creams and pies, things like that. Plus craving the fatty foods, because I didn't have enough calories. And when you don't provide your body with enough calories, your brain sends you to the most dense sources of calories, which are fatty foods. That's normal. Wasn't my fault. It's not your fault when you have cravings. It's the fault of eating in deficit and not supplying your body with enough calories, enough carbs, and enough nutrition. So you can get healthy. You will nurture your body. You will lose weight. You won't crave anymore. you will add years to your life. This diet is proven to increase longevity, healthy longevity. We are here for being vital and active until the last day on this planet. Okay, now to you. You want to have the same results, and that's good. That's good that you decided finally to go whole food, plant-based, vegan. But you want to know, because I wanted to know that as well, how long will take you from A to B. And if you are overweight right now, and for the past few months at least, or a year or more, you didn't pursue the calorie deficit, you didn't cut portions, you weren't in deficit, that means your metabolism is not slowed down and you can start to lose weight from tomorrow. Of course, you won't burn the fat adipose tissues from tomorrow. It will take you some days. But from tomorrow you'll start evacuating more of your waste that is stuck in your colon and the water weight. So you will start fast losing weight. But you don't want to lose too fast the weight. And it will take you a few months. If you have a lot of pounds to lose, you will lose more pounds every month. And it will, doesn't matter that you lose more pounds, you have more pounds, so it will take you longer. So I lost around 40 pounds in 9 months. I've started in the summer of 2019, and in June, however, 9 months, 2020, the majority of my weight was off. Like I said, you don't want to lose weight too fast because your skin has to have time to go back. So yeah, you know, human cells, not only human cells die and other are born. So you want to give time to your skin cells to grow other skin cells and to go back in that place. The good news is that if you are young enough, you have more collagen and elastin production, so you will have less issues with saggy skin. But for people like me, and I filmed the video with my skin, I am 40, and for people over 40, there are some bad news. You might have at the end of the process some saggy skin, so start dry brushing, start massaging, start some collagen inducing therapies to help minimize the bad effects of losing weight. So that's why I said don't go for fast, go for steady and slow. But sometimes you cannot help it, you will lose weight because you won't have all that excess of calories that you are currently having on your diet. So you will lose. You will eat to reach satiety. You will fill up your stomach with this goodness, with this tasty, because they are tasty. At the beginning it might not seem like they are tasty because our taste buds are dulled, but by all this refined foods that have sugar and salt and fat all together, that it's an increased level of taste plus artificial flavors. I have a video about the taste buds and how they adapt, because they will adapt, and some tips and tricks and how you can increase your sensitivity for taste, for these that are these subtle tastes of whole plants that are not processed and don't have added oil and too much salt, and they are not high in fat. So you will get some information, good information, and some value in that video. And because I'm recommending videos after that, and I will link those videos in the description box below, the video with the transition foods, because you don't want to go high fiber from the day one. You don't want to go to eat like me, 9 bananas a meal. You don't want to go to eat a whole bunch of kale, because you are right now deficient in fiber. So your digestive system is not ready to take in and to process all those fibers. That's why you need to have different foods that I am eating now in this transitional time. That is good for you. One of these foods is white rice, other is oatmeal. So go to watch that video to understand better how to ease yourself in, because you don't want cramps, diarrhea, you don't want bloating and gases and constipation. Even constipation you can have if you overload your deficient digestive system with fiber. So okay, now you know it. It will take you a while, but you will lose weight for sure, and you will improve your mood and your well-being, your mental state as well, because mental health is actually overall health. Our brain is an organ in our physical body, so mental health, is body health. So you will get healthy and you will see the results. You don't have to wait for blood test, but you must do blood test before and after 3 months, after other 3 months, to see that these numbers will be not a testimonial, not a proof that the diet is working, because you will feel it, and everybody will see it, that this diet is working. But to have the numbers on the paper, it's gorgeous. It's like a medal. So do blood test before starting. Yes. Okay. Ahora. So I was saying, you will start lose weight, you will have the benefits, you chop, chin, pam. Now, if you are in a situation that you are, yes, overweight, but you are restricting, right now you're restricting your intake, your portions, you are drinking coffee and maybe smoking other appetite suppressants, you won't maybe lose weight from the beginning. Because right now, let's say you have, and that's important to know your number, you have, let's say, an intake of 2500 calories. You are overweight. 2500 calories for an overweight person can be enough if you don't have a very active lifestyle. But if you are a bit more overweight and not that sedentary, 2500 calories is deficit. So when you start to eat to reach satiety from the foods that I'm promoting to you, from these plants, high carbs and low fat, reaching satiety with me will mean over 2500 calories. When I was overweight and I was eating to reach satiety, so I was filling up the stomach with these foods that are high in carbs, high in fiber, high in water and low in fat, that are whole, so not processed flours and sugars and no oil. I was eating over 3000 calories a day. So I was 45 plus pounds than I'm now. And I was having like that. That was an average. I was having more than 3000 calories a day and a little bit less. The 3000, majority of my days were over that. So that's why I'm saying, if you are right now eating under this and you are overweight, of course you are in a bit of a deficit and you won't lose weight from the start. Because you have to eat this higher level, because it's your normal level of intake. For a while, you maybe will put on some more pounds on your frame, you will gain more fat, but it's a process needed in order for your metabolism to become active again, more active. Because when you are in a deficit calorie, your metabolism also is slowing down to adapt to the level of energy intake or the level of fuel that comes in. So of course, it's only adaptation. It will adapt to a higher level, of course, but you have to eat consistently enough calories in order to give it time to adapt. And after that, after a while, you will start losing weight. Because right now your metabolism is over here, like let's say burns 3.5 calories per 1 minute of walking, and it should be over here like burning 4.2 calories per minute of walking. You know what I mean? So when you help your metabolism by eating enough calories, when you help it to burn calories at a normal level, so not overly active to burn 5 calories for that, the same level of activity. No, we don't know that it's possible, even possible. We want to have a normal metabolism, so you will have it. There are studies about this, like Minnesota starvation study. I will link it in the description box, and it's mind-blowing about how cutting calories works in our against us. So not in our favor, it's working against us. We want, when we cut calories, to increase our metabolism, and we do the opposite. And if you're in this point of your life, and I was in 2014, I was there when I started this high-carb, eating in abundance diet. I was there. I was cutting down calories. I was in a small deficit. And I couldn't maintain my weight. I was losing weight. I couldn't maintain my weight because of cravings and binging, you know that. And I was bouncing back, and the self-hate and self-loathing because I'm so greedy. Why? I lack willpower. Why couldn't I stick with the plan, with the diet that I know is working? No. That was a mistake. That diet wasn't working, and any calorie diet isn't working. No calorie deficit diet is working, because it gives you hunger, increase the hunger, increase the cues for food, gives you binging, so you bounce back for sure. And now you have slowed down your metabolism. Congratulations, I did it many times. 12 years of my life I was there, so I know what I'm talking about when I say calorie deficit. It's actually promoting weight gain, and is not sustainable. Only just a few percentage of people that lost weight with the calorie deficit can maintain it, and they are years after at the same level, and they didn't bounce back. But the majority of us, we bounce back. Let me know, do you have a successful story? My guess is that if you are searching on YouTube about how to lose weight on this diet, my guess is that you are not that person, that successful person, that a few unicorns on this planet, that they succeeded to have a deficit for the rest of their life, to stay in that deficit and to never regain the weight. So I did this. I started eating to reach satiety from these foods, majority whole foods, high carb, but I was having olives and avocados and more nuts and seeds. I already filmed a video about my mistakes and what kept me for so long, so many years overweight. And when I ditched all those floury and sugary and the olives and the avocados and the oily that is snacked, and it's in everything, basically in every processed food out there, I started losing weight. But it took me from 2014, I gained weight, from 2014 until 2014 to 2019. So 5 years, the majority of these years, I was overweight because I put on weight very fast. I was coming for restriction. It doesn't have to be your case. If you want to go more in depth with my journey to make my metabolism burn more calories again, so to reverse its adaptation to deficits, so to make it to work in my favor. If you want to hear that story, because it's about how I embraced not only high carb but this style of eating, Rotel 4, how I learned about Freely, the Banana Girl, Durian Rider, and their message and their work that basically helped me to reset, to readjust my metabolism. Of course, I did a lot of mistakes, and I will create a video about those mistakes, and I already created a video, but the mistakes that I believed for so long that are not mistakes, that it's holy grail of this lifestyle. So going back to you, if you are that person I was in 2014, after yo-yoing, after few months of other crushing diet and eating in deficit, yes, I'm sorry, I didn't invent your metabolism. I didn't invent the rules in this life on earth we are living. So you have to do it. If you want to be free for life, for the rest of your life, just detach a little bit from this moment of your life and see in perspective. Think about your future self that will thank you. Look, now it's 2024, so it's 10 years from the moment I started with this diet, eating in abundance, eating to reach satiety, from these plants, high carb and low fat. So from these vegan meals. And I'm so grateful for the brave and courageous woman I was back then, to go against the flow, to embrace eating to satiety, to embrace eating in abundance, the way I wanted all the time for all my life to eat. Because I was a little kid and I wanted to eat more, and all my family was saying to me, you have to stop eating those potatoes, you will get fat. You have to stop eating so many fruits, you will get fat. So I was not bullied, but all the time with the fear of carbs and the fruits and calories. I was always wanting to eat more. Yes, because I wasn't reaching satiety, and I feel that it's something bad about me, that I'm greedy to want to do that. So that's what I'm saying right now. Your future self, think that your future self will be like me now, being grateful to my old self, my younger self, but the old version of myself that took this leap of faith, because I had around me all people saying, carbs are bad, bananas will make you obese, bananas will give you diabetes. With all those rice and potatoes and sweet potatoes, imagine, girl, you will get so fat and so sick. And not only that, but I got healthier. But to me, clicked. I understood, okay, I was like that, I am like that. For example, story for other video, but I gave birth at home. My both kids are, come at home, unassisted childbirth. When I found out about natural childbirth and how actually going to the hospital with all the lights, all the people, all these noises that are interfering with our natural production of oxytocin, that it's a hormone that we secrete when we make love and when we give birth. So we need privacy in that moment. You cannot have an orgasm with people around you and the lights and the noises and some assistant and doctors going into your vagina to check out the dilatation. And all of these actually increase the chances to bad luck, to have bad outcomes with that delivery. When I understood all about this nature, that there is no animal in nature that needs assistance to give birth, that it's like you have just to shut down your conscious mind, this neurocortex, and to leave your primitive brain to do its best things, because it's something that goes with the flow. You don't have to think it. You don't. And when that's lied to me, when I found out about this, to me it was clear as water. To my husband was a fearful situation. If you want to hear the story, I will go more in that. But to me was easy peasy. When I decided, this is my nature, I am an animal, I can do it. And I did it without problems. Exactly was the same when I understood this about our diet. And when you eat your species-specific food, you get to eat as much as you can. That doesn't mean eating surplus of calories. No, you eat to reach satiety, because all the animals in the world follow their hunger and reach satiety. They have two indicators. These are the two mechanisms that control our intake. Eat whenever they are hungry, our control as animals, and they're as well. And they stop when they are full. So when I got this it clicked, but not from the first moment, because it took me, actually it took me 2 years to get on board of this high carb eating in abundance lifestyle. I was still trapped in cutting down calories. I was vegan, but I wasn't staying vegan. I didn't stay vegan because I was in deficit most of the time. I was pursuing to eat less, and of course I was craving some animal products like cheese. So that's why I'm saying, think in perspective. Right now it seems daunting because everybody believes the other way, but you went with the flow, and look, you are not in the right position. You don't have the health, and you don't have your leanest body. You are trapped in dieting. So that means this system doesn't work for you. You had all of these years to get into a trial, to try this approach. And it didn't work. It didn't work because you are now still overweight. Actually, I did a video about the mindset and how you have to shift the mindset if you want different results. If you're still trapped in the same dogma of calorie in, calorie out, eating less, moving more, cut calories down, cut carbs, you will have more of the same results. So if you want results long term and drastically different than the ones you have right now, you have to take a complete opposite direction to adopt a different mentality, a different ideology. And this is what I'm promoting. Against this calorie deficit is not eating in surplus, is eating just enough. Follow your satiety. So yes, it seems like hard right now and daunting if you're coming after deficit to put more weight, but it's necessary. It's a step necessary, and if you will do it correctly, I will do a video about this. Let me know in the comments if you want to minimize the amount of weight you will gain, to reset your metabolism, to make it adapt to a higher intake of calories in order to lose weight while eating to reach satiety, so never being in deficit again. So banishing cravings out of your life, to live cravings free and to lean down over time. That was my video for today. So let me know in comments if you find it helpful, if you found out something useful for you. Share it with your friends, like it, subscribe, and until the next time, watch this video.